you've probably heard the headlines. In fact, it's something we've discussed here on Delmarva Life recently. The number of autism diagnoses is on the rise.
The latest figures from the CDC show 1 in 68 children will be diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. It's 5 times more common among boys. That number, 1 in 42. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that all children be screened for autism twice before the age of 2. However, the average age of diagnosis for a child with autism is 5.5. Experts say that's way too late. And now there are 2 new ways that doctors are trying to catch autism earlier.
Dalton Foreaker's mom knew something was not right with her young son.
And I remember him not responding to his name when I would call him.
Researchers believe that could be one of the first signs.
They don't pay the same degree of attention to people as they do to objects and other things in the background.
Scientists also look to see which side of an adult's face babies focus on. Human brains are wired to look to the right. Studies have shown adults with autism don't favor a side.
If you can identify a child before 3 years of age and start intervention, then it can make a huge difference in outcomes.
Voice screening can also help. Pitch quality and rhythm could also indicate if a child has autism. Now, at its very heart, autism in and of itself is a disorder that affects human interactions. A smile, a pat on the arm, just eye contact that reinforces understanding between a child and their parent.
But for a child with autism, these interactions can be few and far in between, if they exist at all. Well, the father of one child with autism found a way, quite by accident, to make that connection. Here's his story.
I really never knew it would get this much attention. Just thought it was something I was doing with my dad.
So these photographs began as a simple just thing to do, to try to connect with a kid that was a mystery. It seemed like every day was filled with questions about Eli. Midway through the first year of working on this project, we got a diagnosis from the doctors that Eli was autistic. There was a hesitation I had of acknowledging that autism was really this. After I did embrace that, then I kind of was more on a jihad of being like, I want you to know you're autistic and that this is an asset for you. This is nothing to be embarrassed about. One night we were in the house and Eli and his brother Wilson were playing with the toys and had taken all the toys out of this bin. And they realized that Eli's body fit perfectly in the bin. I had said to Eli, hey, that looked neat. We might want to make a picture like that. And he wanted to do it then. And I was like, well, no, not now. Let's see what the light's like tomorrow. And so here's the beautiful light coming in and the plastic containers there. And I'm there with the camera and he fits himself in and he's taking direction with a masterful degree of focus. Before we knew it, the photo was done. And he comes around and looks at the back of the digital camera and we both were just like, wow, I think we got it. And that shared moment of like, here's this thing we created together. There really was nothing like that, you know. I wasn't a parent anymore. We were collaborators.
I seem to associate with my dad in a different way, and I think it's because of this project.
There is a power to listening to that thing right in front of you. That's the thing I think this project taught me, is I didn't need to go to India or go to some fascinating place. There was a story here in the house. I just had to listen and figure out how to hear it.
And Timothy and Eli have turned the project into a book entitled Echolilia. If you're interested in learning more about the book, or if you would like to see more of Timothy's work, go to our website, wboc.com, and click on our picture at the top of the page. What a credible story.
Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
And that Dad picked it out and made the connection.
He sure did.
Wow. Well, tomorrow, Delmarva Life Sean Stryker takes us to an annual event in Ocean City that gives children with autism the opportunity to catch a wave. It's called Surfers Healing. You're going to see firsthand how this experience is life-changing for these kids. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, most of us have cars to wash, gardens to water. What if there was something that could make tasks like that just a little bit easier?
Well, I do have some friends who have tried it and they liked it. They said it was really good, and I like the idea of it being lightweight.
So far, Jenny Rosenkrantz is sold on the X-Hose Pro, but will it perform when she puts it to the test? We're going to find out a little bit later on.
But next, this anti-apartheid revolutionary was put to the test, but that didn't stop him from doing all he could to change the world. Nelson Mandela's longtime aide and honorary granddaughter joins us to talk about the peacemaker's extraordinary life.
But first, you know Delmarva Life's all about community, and that includes yours.
Is there something going on in your neighborhood? We'd love to hear about it and see your photos from the event. Send the information our way along with any pictures you'd like to share.
You can reach us at comments@delmarvalife.com or like us on Facebook and share the information there. Delmarva Life will be right back.